Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Saturday morning IELTS lesson 3. Dear viewers, as you must be aware, this lesson is like an ongoing 8 lessons of every course, and today we are on the lesson number 3. I hope to get some of my students today to move on. If not, I have to just carry on by myself. However, it's not a problem for me at all because I'm habituated to conducting this type of soliloquy lessons many a time. All right, once again, guys, our local time is 6:24 a.m. Saturday morning, which is the UK time. So stay connected with me for the next an hour, 5 minutes. Once again, dear viewers, I don't know whether you can hear my sound clearly or see the video. So today I'm going to explain some tips how we can develop your spoken English or your fluency in English language. So bear me a moment and stay connected with me for the next an hour and 4 minutes. Once again, today's lesson is all about IELTS preparation, lesson number 3. Alright, guys, I'm back. My lesson is going to start in 1 minute, exactly 6:30. We'll kick off our lessons exactly at 6:30 local time or the UK time. Okay, guys, I'm back. So once again, welcome to my Saturday morning live stream about IELTS lesson. So today is the lesson 3 once again, and we're going to talk about speaking techniques, most common problems in spoken English. Most of our learners are interested to develop their fluency, develop their communication level, as well as their understanding. But it is an important matter for all of us to know that these 4 models of English language, namely listening, reading, writing, and speaking, are interrelated. One can't go without the another, which means that if you're listening something, so you have to now express yourselves so that you know and you have completely understood the fact. Amazingly, it is an important matter to explain whatever you have understood from the listening part, which is why it is a part of the test of many English languages like IELTS or TOEFL or CELTA or Delta or any other equivalent in a English exam internationally recognized from the different countries like the US or the UK. And also, when you listen something, the best way to reflect is by writing or by answering the question or by explaining it to the teacher when you've been asked a question from the teacher. So once again, guys, it's better for anyone to focus on listening first. If you remember, when we are children, we learn or we listened from our parents. They are fast teachers. And afterward, it is the environment where we grew up, maybe the home or the neighbor or to the school where we went. And relatively and relatedly, both are important to pick up the words and sounds from the environment. Okay, and amazingly, these are some of the tips for any learner if you like to develop your spoken English or if you like to create your confidence levels or develop your confidence from whatever you are to the next level. So common grammar mistakes while speaking English language. These are the most common problems in spoken English. So number 1 is common grammar mistakes while speaking English language. So the common grammar mistakes are common grammatical mistakes mostly the students faced in speaking. I'm going to read it out loudly so that you can hear, and I'm sure that you can read with me too. Learning English grammar is very difficult for students. In spoken English, it should be. Spoken English or in speaking the English language, mostly the students make grammar mistakes. So what are the most common grammar mistakes? Informal and formal expressions. So what are the informal environment? We need to understand first before we attempt to explain the formal English or formal environment. Informal environment is the environment where you are with your family, like your parents, your brothers or sisters, your close relatives, your close friends with whom you grew up, okay? And English like, or the expression like what's up. So what's up is an informal expressions. It's better to use only within your informal periphery vicinity where people know you. And similarly, wanna, gonna, hapta, gotta, lotta, outa, etc. are other informal expressions which should be used only in your family members, within your family or close friends and relatives. If other than these environments, like you are on an English learning platform, or you're in a school, or you're in a university, or you're in a workplace, or you're traveling somewhere, or you're shopping something, or you're going anywhere, or you're booking a ticket, or whatever through the phone or any other communication method, we need to understand that those are formal environment and we need to use those formal words. So formal words are some examples are, much and many. One example. So if you understand that very often we say, hey, I've got a lot of friends, I've got a lot of money. Lot of is an informal expression. And the formal expression would be many or much. So you have to be careful when you're expressing yourselves in a formal environment, when you're attending the IELTS exam, even in the writing section. Do not write a lot, write much or many, depending on the countable and uncountable noun. Similarly, much is used for uncountable nouns, like which we can't count, like money, water, knowledge, wisdom, feelings, etc. This kind of abstract nouns. And we use many for the formal expressions, countable numbers, like book, teacher, class, lesson, table, chair, etc. Okay, another example is I have written on this paper is buy, purchase. So which one is informal here, guys? Remember, buy is informal, purchase is formal. Though many a time in many expressions we can use informal, but it's better to use formal words when you're sitting an English exam once again. And also we need to understand when you're having conversation, many a times we do not take seriously grammar mistakes. As long as your expressions are correct, your sentences are meaningful, logical, and sensible, and your listeners can read it or your audience can understand you. The main reason for having communication in English is that you need to explain such a way so that your audience can understand. Okay, and I have given an example there. Very often I see this kind of expressions almost everywhere. Even in the UK, I've got an English colleague, white colleague. Very often she uses this. Hey, he was coming on the other day, and they was coming too. And this, that grammatically, this is not correct at all. After you, we must always use in past tense were, in present tense are. And similarly, after they, we must always use were in past tense and are in the present tense, because both of them are plural number. And in English grammar, we have got a rule called subject-verb agreement, which means that if the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. Hi one, good morning and welcome. My learner one is here. Welcome one. Please send me an open request. Hopefully we are doing great. Okay, so these are some of the common problems while we are having an speaking task. Okay, one is here. I've invited you on. Uh-oh, what happened? I can't see you on the screen. If you're having problem, rejoin, log out and re-log in. Hello.
Hello, hi sir.
Good morning,
Uh,
everyone.
yeah, good morning. I'm sorry I'm late. Actually, I'm trying to join using my laptop, but it seems like it was not available.
No worries. Welcome once again.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Okay, I'm great. Thank you. Thank you. How about you, sir?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah, actually, I'm still waiting for one people to come to my house because he needs to repair some leakage at my house. I'm waiting for him now. So it's okay. I can study first here. Sorry, sir. I'm a bit late.
No worries. The new update is that
Mm-hmm.
um, it is now an annual lesson, and the time started counting down from a required time. Like the class started at 6:30, and now it is 6:41, and it is counting down from 59 minutes 59 seconds. When it becomes zero, the class starts automatically. There is no more control.
Oh,
Okay, we can't extend
oh,
it anymore. That this is the latest update from the day before yesterday.
I see. So it's just only 1 hour class.
Exactly, it is exactly an hour.
Understand.
All right.
Okay.
So tell me, what have you learned from the last class?
From the last class,
I think I gave you some homework. Did you have the chance to do it?
a bit busy, but you gave me homework for me to, as I told you that I try to learn four vocabulary every day,
Mm-hmm.
and you give me homework to differentiate between if I let's say I find one vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
you ask me to find uh, the vocabulary that I find and differentiate between noun, verb, adjective, and also adverb. You ask me to find the same meanings of that in these four categories.
That's very possible, because it is not sometimes possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a word. Can you please look at my screen?
Yes. Okay.
Can you see this sentence? It's you who have done it.
It's you who have done it. Yes.
Okay. In this sentence, is there any adjective?
It's you who have done it. No.
Okay. Is there any pronoun?
Uh, Pronouns. I don't know what is pronouns.
All right.
Okay.
Do you know what is noun?
Noun. I know.
Just tell me what is noun, please.
Uh, Noun in this context is you and it.
No, no, I'm not asking in this context.
Oh.
What do you understand by noun? First, you tell me,
Uh,
then.
Noun is subject. noun is subject, or
Yes,
I don't know how to define that, but noun is normally subject, or something or people who are doing some actions. That
yes,
is noun.
subject. That's cool.
Subject.
Name of things, humans, places. Okay.
Okay.
One, so noun is a subject, and noun is also name of the things. Humans, places, countries, cities, shapes, bridges. Basically, it is name. Mostly, these are names. Okay.
Okay.
And pronoun. If you can see this word, pronoun. In pronoun, there is a noun. Can you see that pronoun? I've just broken it, but we don't
Yeah.
write like this. I've just
Okay.
we write together. Yeah? Pronoun.
Mm-hmm.
So the word pro means in place of. So pronouns are those words which you use in place of noun.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear now?
For example, sir.
I'm giving you an example. In this
Okay.
sentence, it is you. You said that you is a noun. No. Do you have a
Okay.
name? Like your name is one. Okay.
Okay.
When I'm describing, like one is very enthusiastic student. It is you who have done it. When we are mentioning you, I'm referring instead of one, I'm using you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so pronouns are those words, once again, which are used in place of noun. So you is a noun. It's a subject though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not every type subject is noun. Is it clear now, one?
Oh, for example, one is a noun. So when you want to refer me back, you use you. So that is a pronoun. Am I right? Am I right, sir?
Right. Can you please make a
Oh,
sentence like with any pronoun?
oh. Ali, Ali goes to school every day.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to school by bicycle. Am I correct?
That's right. So he is a pronoun.
He is a pronoun. Okay,
Very good.
got it.
Is it clear now? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
in every sentence, whatever the sentence that there we read or write or we listen or speak, each and every word has a name, and we call them parts of speech. So speech is that whole sentence. Okay, so there are basically eight parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective. Do you know other names?
Noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective. Uh, I couldn't remember.
Preposition.
Preposition. I don't know about
Mhm.
preposition.
Okay, we'll explain one by one. Don't worry. Today we are going to explain. Then
Okay.
conjunction, then
Conjunction.
interjection. Okay, so noun we have just described briefly. Next one is pronoun. We have described as well. Verb. So what do you mean by verb?
Verb
Yes.
is an action done by noun. Action.
Now,
Verb is
noun or
action.
pronoun? You should say subject.
Uh, Subject.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So it is not necessary that verb should always, you know, uh, do an action. There are thousands of verbs that do not do any action. These are related to our human feelings, emotions. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Basically, the word verb is a Latin word. It is in Latin word. It was verbatim, which means those things that makes you action, that makes you the human feelings or emotions. Okay, one.
Okay. Okay.
So, what are our human emotions? Can you please explain some of our emotions? Some of our
Sad,
uh,
happy,
happy,
sad,
happiness.
happy,
Happy is
happy.
yeah. So that is our feelings. Okay,
Okay.
feel,
Okay.
see, related to our human emotions. See, feel, touch, look,
Mm.
understand, see.
See. Yeah.
So this type of verb that are related to our human states, we call them static verbs that do not reflect any actions, but these are also verbs.
Mm. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so it is you who have done it. Which one is verb here in that sentence?
Done.
Okay, done is the past participle form of the verb. What is the main verb?
Do.
Very good. So do, did, done. So each verb has three forms. Present form, do, did is the past form, and done is the past participle form. All right, one, there are other forms like verb with ing. We call them either participle or continuous or gerund.
Yes.
Let me give you another example of explanation of verb. Okay,
Okay.
I'm making it a bit bigger. So let me know when your technician comes to your home to fix the problem.
Uh, uh, I'm still waiting for him. Actually, he's supposed to come at 11, but now it's already almost 2 p.m. already here.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
so
what time.
you're from the Philippines, is it?
No, I am from Malaysia.
I'm sorry, you're from Malaysia. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you,
okay, sir.
do you live in the capital city,
Yes, I live in Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur? And
Yeah.
what's the national language of Malaysia?
National language of Malaysia is Malay.
So
Malay.
I'm sure that you can speak in Malay, right?
Yes, yes, I can speak in Malay.
So how are you in Malay language? How do you say it?
Apa kabar?
Oh, it is same like Bahasa, right?
Yes,
Indonesian
quite
language.
quite similar with Indonesian. Indonesian, Brunei, sometimes we have a same language. We can understand each other, but a bit different. The way they pronounce and some of the word might be different.
All right, okay, that's good. Good to know. Thank you very much. So apa kabar?
Yeah.
Kabar baik, is it?
Yes, correct, sir.
All right, okay. All right, so I have explained another word. Look, a verb is a word. Would you like to read it, please? One.
Uh, a verb is a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence. Verbs can be used to describe an action that's doing something. For example, like the word jumping in this sentence. The rabbit was jumping in the field. They can also be used to describe a state of being that's feeling something.
Right. So let me give you another example. Like, I see a bird. Which one is a verb here?
See is a verb.
Okay. Uh, if you remember the verbs which are related to the human states, we call them stative verb.
Static verb.
Okay. Like see, feel, understand. What else? Let's give these four examples only. One amazing, rule for the stative verb is that another one is want. Hmm?
One.
Yeah, want. Remember, WA sound in the British IPA is, it is not wa, it is o. So your name one, not one. Yeah, a native will say your name will be like this. How do you pronounce your name?
One.
One. Okay.
One.
In English, it will sound like one.
Yes.
So
One.
want is not want, it is want.
Oh, they changed A with O.
Yes, that is the one tragic and amazing rule of WA sound. And
Oh,
if it is a word with WO, it becomes wa, other way around, like warm, worst, worried.
worried.
Okay, and this one, Y is worm. Okay. War, wall, warriors.
Can I ask you one question, sir? Since you are explaining about the way we pronounce it,
Yes.
it just Just. How should we pronounce that? Is it just or just?
Just.
Yes,
Just.
just, just. Okay.
Just with
Wait,
T.
sir. Sir, give me 1 minute, sir. Sorry,
No, it's
the
not.
people coming
You
to my
can
house.
you
Okay.
mute. You can mute. You can block your camera. Then
Okay. All
do
right,
your
sir.
things.
Thank
No
you.
worries.
Okay.
Do you want me to mute you? Okay, dear viewers, as I was explaining, stative verb. So, what are stative verbs? Stative verbs are those verbs which are related to human states, like see, feel, understand, want, etc. So, what are the significance of the stative verbs? The significance are we do not use ing with these verbs generally. Like, we don't say I'm seeing a bird, but we use I'm feeling unwell. That is an exception. I'm not understanding the matter. I'm not understanding you at all. No, we don't use like that. I'm wanting to go to a movie. I'm wanting to go to the United States. No, these are incorrect. We don't say want with ing. But I've seen it can be used as gerund. Like students wanting to come to the United Kingdom with the student visa must fulfill the eligibility criteria. Or students wanting to go to the United States of America, they must meet their requirements, etc. Okay. As I was explaining earlier, the pronunciation of the WR sound in English language is O sound. O in British IPA. Okay, and WO sound is the other round, W sound, like worm, worst, worried. Okay. Uh, I must explain one more time. If you remember that British English is non-rhotic, which means that we do not pronounce the R sounds in most of the cases. If the R is in the middle of a word, at the end of the word, we do not pronounce it. But we must pronounce the R if a word starts with R sound and if the R is in between two vowel sounds. Say in the word worried. You see, you can see there is R, there is vowel I after it and vowel O before it. So it is worried. So R must be pronounced. But worm or worm, look, it is a singular R. There is only one vowel sound. We can ignore the R sound in British IPA. So what do you use in case of R? We use vowel sound. Let me give some more common examples like water, sister, Harry Potter, brother, mother. Blimey, are you after the ball, mate? After you. Pharmacy, doctor, picture. You see, all these R's are silent. And look at this other words, like if it is a WR sound, it becomes O, like warm. It's a very warm day. War, wall. And I'm sure you know the famous song of the Pink Floyd called Wall. Another break in the wall. Want it, etc. Okay? It is an important matter for us to know the differentiation between the British English and the American English. So letter R and letter T are the most promising distinguishing factors because what happens letter R and letter T in the British English, as I have explained earlier, because of the schwa sound and the formation of the words, letter R is not pronounced in many cases. 80% of words which have got R in their spelling are not pronounced in the UK. Only 20% are pronounced. And letter T is a strong T, like T sound. Ta. Okay? Like in teacher. To. Thank you. Towards. Technically. Tomato. Treasure. Thistle. Etc. Okay? But if you compare with the American standard accent or pronunciation, you'll find the letter R is prominent. Like water, they say water, honestly not water even, because they have got flap T, so T sounds like D in many cases. So what we call water in British accent becomes water in American accent. If you understand these differences, and you will feel that in thousands of American words they use the letter R, and letter T sounds like flap T, which is a kind of D. One, let me know when you're back, okay? So once again, guys, you're watching the live stream from the UK, and our local time is 7 a.m., which is the UK time. We are an hour ahead of GMT, but from the next week, 30th of October, the last week of the October month, our time changes. We go back with the GMT time. Okay, let me move on, as we are explaining earlier parts of speech, and I was explaining to one noun, pronoun, verb. Okay, so verbs are, or a verb is a word used to describe, okay, describe an action, state, or occurrence. Verbs can be used to describe an action that's doing something, or a human state, as I've explained, and occurrence, like play is an occurrence. They play football, or cricket, or hockey, or badminton, etc. Okay, so once again, guys, I'm waiting a little bit more for one to come back.
Eh, jangan kacau papa punya. Jangan kacau. Mima, jangan degil. Jangan degil kat mama. Mama cakap jangan kacau, jangan kacau. Jangan degil. Ini, duduk sini. Mama nak makan.
So as I was explaining earlier, parts of speech has 8 types or 8 classes: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Are you back, one? So we have explained briefly noun and pronoun and verb. So as soon as one is back, we're going to explain adverb. By the way, one, we have got 25 minutes more, then the lesson would be finished automatically. I can't just continue more than an hour, you know that. Okay, so what is an adverb? Can you see there is a verb word in adverb, which means that adverbs are those words which are related to verb, which means it always explains how a verb is being done, how an action is being done, or how a human state is being expressed. So adverbs may be those words which explains another adverb. Though adverb has many, classification, and we have to remember we do not use any preposition before the adverb. Now it is coming again, preposition. So preposition is another class of, parts of speech which explains, how an action is related to, a location or a subject, or about the situation. All right. So once again, adverb explains how a verb is done. Simply, one common mistakes very often we do is that, hey, um, let me write it for you. Like, I speak good, I speak well. This is one of the most common mistakes in English grammar, where many of our learners are confused. This is one of them. I speak good English, or I speak good, I speak well. Remember that, adverb always explains how a verb is done. So you have to question yourself, how is my speaking quality? Is it good? Good is an adjective. Remember, guys, good is an adjective. But well is how this speaking is done well, in an amazing way. So do not use this kind of expression that I speak good, I speak well. Okay, it should be I speak good is most common error. Okay. So, dear viewers, some people might have joined through the Facebook Live as well as from the YouTube Live. Welcome. Though I didn't have the chance to see you from there, but thank you very much for joining. As you know, this type of lessons are always an hour lesson. You can always watch freely and ask me questions there, and I'll try to answer your question. Hello, Henny, welcome. Henny has joined from the YouTube. Okay, so adverb we're explaining. So, plainly explanation. I'm just going to give you an example. An adverb is a word that modifies, describes a verb, if you remember, an adjective, or another adverb, or even a whole sentence. So, in most of the cases, we, you know, add ly at the end after adjective to make it adverb. But there are many words which do not take ly, which may be used both adjective and adverb. One, if you are back, let me know. I can hear the sound. Okay. So in this case, an example is that he sings loudly. Now, how does he sing? Loud, loudly. See, ly. Remember, if there is ly, definitely it may be an adverb. Hello, one.
Yeah, hello sir. Can you see me, sir?
I can see you. Your camera is
Oh,
dark.
oh,
Ha-
but here I can see my own face in the camera here.
So maybe you have rotated your camera. Now you have to rotate back. Touch it once again to the camera.
Okay, okay, done.
From my
Can you see me?
side, from my side is totally dark.
Oh, okay. I can only my own face actually. It's okay. You can proceed, sir. I don't want to disturb you.
But if you want to show your face, rejoin it. Is it okay with you? But we don't
Yeah,
have
why not?
much time. We have got only 18 minutes more.
Okay, okay.
If it is okay with you, we can continue without seeing you. That's fine. It's not a problem for me.
All right. Okay, can sir.
All right. Okay. Remember that we are explaining verb. Now, did you understand which words are we may call verb?
Yes.
Okay. After verb, these are the 8 classes. Okay. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection.
Mm-hmm.
8 classes broadly. Okay, noun we have explained, pronoun, we have explained, verb we have explained. Now adverb. So would you like to read please this explanation?
Adverbs. An adverb is a word that modifies, describe a verb. He sings loudly. An adjective, very tall. Another adverb, ended too quickly, or even a whole sentence. Fortunately, I had brought an umbrella.
Okay. So adverb can modify. Modify means describe or explain a verb. Like he sings loudly. How he's singing? In the highest of the voice, like yay, woof, for example. Okay, an adjective like tall, like oh, this guy seems to be very tall. Now tall is an adjective, but very is an adverb here. Or another adverb like the program ended too quickly. Here too is an adverb, quickly is an adverb too. Or even the whole sentence like fortunately I had brought an umbrella, it rained today. Fortunately, I had brought my umbrella with me. So, fortunately is the word that is explaining whole sentence that I'm quite fortunate. So, generally, one,
Mm-hmm.
we use ly after the adjective. Do you remember I explained adjective last week?
Yes.
So, but there are thousands of words. Also, many words are there where there is no alloy, but they are also adjective. Like this one, well is an adjective. Fast, adjective. I'm sorry, adverb. Adjective and adverb both.
Mm.
And this is one of the common mistakes. People say, "Oh, he drives fastly." No, there is no such a word, fastly.
Mm. Firstly.
Yeah, you have heard this sentence. He speaks good. This is wrong.
Oh.
Yes, because we have to explain with adverb. How is he speaking? So he speaks well.
Oh. If he says that he speak good English, is it wrong, sir? He speaks good English.
He speaks. He
He
speaks.
speaks. He speaks good English.
It is wrong. He
It
speaks
is wrong.
well. Remember that. Look, I speak good. This is the common mistake. I speak well. No, don't use I speak good. Well is that verb. Use adverb. He
Mm.
speaks English well, not he speaks English good.
I see. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So these are some of the examples. Look, so generally we use ly after the adjective to make it adverb. Like quick is an adjective, so it should be
Quickly.
quickly. Very good. Then loud.
Loudly.
Very good. And what are the others? Fortunate in this sentence.
Fortunately.
Fortunately. Fortunately. Similarly, unfortunate.
Unfortunately.
Very good. Okay. Now, do you remember what are adjectives?
Adjective is uh, the something that we describe about a noun,
Yes, noun or pronoun. Subject.
subject. Okay.
Hmm.
Adjective is something to describe about subject.
Yes. So
Oh, uh,
go on.
that's also. Oh, do you want me to read this?
Yes. What are these? Are the adjectives?
Okay, adjective are words that are used to describe or modify nouns or pronouns. For example, red, quick, happy, and obnoxious are adjective because they can describe things. A red hat, the quick rabbit, a happy dog, an obnoxious person. Adjective, adjective take many forms.
Hmm. Which means that adjective has classes. Hey, Kamote, thank you very much for your donation. That's so sweet. Thank you. Kamote says, teacher, is there such a word as frequently? Yes. Frequent is an adjective, so frequently is an adverb. Kamote, this is the answer. So, frequent means, do you know the meaning of frequent? One, adjective.
Uh, Regular,
Yes, regular. Okay. And not regular, often or often.
often, often.
Both are correct. Remember that. Often, often, both are correct in the you can US pronunciation. It depends how you'd like to pronounce it. So, frequently is an adverb. Okay. That is the answer for Kamote. Thank you very much for the question. All right. So remember that, oh, I forgot to explain another thing. In adverbs, there are many situations when we do not use any preposition. Another common mistakes. One, the common mistake is, uh, I'm sure this one, like, I go to home or I go home. Which one is correct here?
I go home.
I go home, and there's a reason behind it. Uh,
I don't know the reason.
the reason is that home is a adverbial place. Okay, and definitely before adverb we do not use any preposition, which is why this is incorrect.
Mm.
Okay. Similarly, there are many other words we do not use any preposition. Any other we call is adverb of place, like going abroad. Okay, not going to abroad. Like going downstairs, upstairs. Yeah? We do not use any preposition. Okay,
Okay.
upstairs, downstairs, etc. By the way, downstairs, upstairs, these words were created by William Shakespeare.
Oh.
One, okay, and if you remember that William Shakespeare is one of the most prominent English writers from England, who created many words which are called in English language Shakespearean words.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
and another word is that, oh, we have got 9 minutes 28 seconds, no worries, we can describe quickly. Melancholy. Have you ever heard this word melancholy?
Yes.
Melancholy, uh, couch, these are created by Shakespeare. Okay, all
Oh.
right. Yes, English language, is like full of knowledge. Okay, let's move quickly. We are going to finish briefly all the participes. So adjectives, and you'll find in many sentences there are adjectives. Okay, we oftenly. And now Kamote has another questions. Oftenly, what do you think now? One,
What about oftenly? Uh,
is it? Do you have any word like oftenly?
I've never encountered with oftenly. I'm not sure.
Okay,
Oftenly. I oftenly go there.
no.
No.
Kamote, there is no such a word. Oftenly, fastly.
Oh, okay, okay.
Thanks for your question. Many people use it wrongfully. Oftenly, no word. Fastly, no word. Often is both adverb and adjective, depending on the context.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
and often it means itself is usually, frequently, on and off, sometimes. Thank you very much, Kamato, for a good question. Okay, so we have got 7 minutes 39. Okay, let me quickly. We have a Wasascomp rule. Wasascomp is an abbreviation when there are more than one adjectives in a sentence. We use and follow these rules. Maybe we have to describe it tomorrow. Yeah. So what is the Wasascomp rule? So what happens basically when you use more than one adjectives in a sentence? We must follow this rule, adjective rules. Now, next one is, if you remember, preposition. Okay, one,
Yeah.
preposition. So you can see the word preposition. In Latin word, pre means before and post means after. So prepositions are those we write together. Just for explaining, I have just separated you. Okay, those words which are connected to the position, like to, on, at, after, towards, not towards, sorry, towards. Okay. Um, these are called preposition. Like I'm going to my school. So where I'm going? One,
Mm, sorry, sir.
I'm going to my school. Okay. So where I'm going?
Uh, you are going to school.
On the direction of school. So remember, preposition are those words which always relates to a position, to a direction. Okay, like to, on, at, after, towards, etc.
Okay.
uh, so what's the time now? One.
Mm, I'm going to school. Present.
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 No, I mean to say, what is the time now? Like, say, you can say my time in the UK is 7:24.
Oh, 7:24. Are you asking my time, my local time, sir?
I'm asking you local time.
Oh, 2:24 p.m.
So when we say in English grammar, we say it is 2:24, right? Say 2:24 p.m. Okay. Now, if you want to write like this, I start at. We use at the preposition which relates. That means from the 2:24, I start at 2:24 p.m. I start my class at 2:24 p.m., which means that we use at when we are describing the time when it's starting. It means from 2:24 p.m. your class starts.
Okay.
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 Uh, so this is another example. Like you can say the lesson starts at say 7 p.m. every day, which means exactly when it's 7 p.m. and from the time onwards it goes. All right. So these things you need to study a little bit more. One, I'm giving you briefly all the explanation. So preposition, and after that, our next parts of speech was conjunction. In English, you know, junction means, you see, there is another clue. Sorry, it should be conjunction. Con and junction. In English, junction means joining. Okay, when you join other sentences, or sometimes we call it clause. One clause is a part of a sentence. With these words, we call them conjunctions. Say, now it is and, therefore. Okay.
Okay.
uh, like but, or, these are the very common.
Hence, is it also conjunction? Hence.
Yeah, which one? And I have written and.
Hence. Hence.
Hence, yes.
Oh.
So it is connecting. When we use this type of words in a sentence, it connects one word to another or one sentence to another. Like I can say, one is a very active listener and a good speaker. So this word and has connected your quality of speaking and quality of listening. Okay.
Okay.
You can say, oh, it is hot but rainy. So this word but is connecting. It is a hot day and rainy day. Two sentences are connected with this one word. Okay. I am active but quick learner. You see. However, is another one. There are some situations when you have to use it. We'll explain it with details later. We have got 1 minute 37 things. Okay. So this is called. These are called conjunction. Okay. Uh, and the last one is interjection. Interjections are those words, sometimes many grammarians said these are not honestly words. These are the expression, human expression, sadness, happiness, sorrow, like Yahoo, hurrah, we use very often, yeah? Yay, okay? Or ouch when you're in pain, like oh my God, yeah? These are interjection when we express ourselves with our sorrowness, happiness, sadness, okay, or loss. Like, Yahoo, we have won the game, or Hoorah, he got the lottery ticket, or Yay, it's a lunchtime, or Ouch, I got pain today, or Oh my God, I lost my father, okay, or Alas, they lost the tournament. Okay, would you like to make one or two sentences? One, though.
Um, Yahoo! My my team has won the game.
Okay, we have got 8 more seconds. Okay, thank you very much for joining.
Okay,
I'll
all
see you
right.
tomorrow.
Thank you so
Practice,
much,
please.
sir. Sure, thank you so much.